One of today's guests in the studio is Egon Vorfeld. He's a managing partner at the Forum Finance Group based in Geneva, and he's here with me now to discuss the role of independent asset managers in the marketplace. Egon, thank you very much for coming into the studio. Now, Swiss banking has been in the news a lot over the last few years, especially in regards to banking secrecy. Now, as an independent asset management company, has this had an impact on your business?
It's true that the news has been coming thick and fast over the last few years on the banking secrecy arena, and it's something that we've seen coming, and I think it's of huge importance to Switzerland. But what is really changing at the moment is the tax compliant issue for clients, and I think Switzerland will maintain its banking secrecy for very much longer. But where it's really putting the emphasis now in its accords with the surrounding countries in Europe is the tax compliance issue, and that's an area where we've obviously had an awful lot of work helping our clients to make sure that they're all tax compliant with regard to the rules of the countries that they live in.
Now, independent asset managers currently manage around 15 to 20% of assets held by Swiss banks, and this is expected to increase to 30% by 2025. Now, why do wealthy individuals choose independent managers?
I think clients have woken up quite a bit since we've had these few crises, because they've obviously had a lot of pain on the back of them and have been asking themselves why their assets went down as much as they did. And I think they've realized there are an awful lot of conflicts of interest in the industry, and that the custodian banks are very good at administrating and reporting on the assets, but perhaps not the right people to invest the assets on their behalf. And as an independent asset manager, we offer a truly independent service. We don't have any house products. We don't have any departments that need feeding, so to speak. We only choose the best managers that we can find, or the best products that we can find out there in the market. And I think one of the most important aspects also of having an independent asset manager is that they are generally smaller institutions where the personal relationship with the client is still very much there. That we have very low staff turnover. So if you choose your independent asset manager well, it's likely to be your manager, your trusted advisor for many, many years. Whereas contrary to a bank, quite often the good people at banks are promoted away or switch to another institution.
Now, as we know, we're in quite a lot of economic and political uncertainty at the moment, and we've got quite a hazy global outlook. Now, as a result, where are you investing your clients' money at the moment?
It has been quite turbulent, and certainly the euro crisis has been the main problem for people to figure out over the last 12 months, although it's been going on for a bit longer than that. And sadly, we haven't come to any conclusion on it. They've sort of kicked the can down the road a bit further. But we're investing globally across all asset classes, so we would typically be spread out, very well diversified to begin with, but the emphasis is certainly at the moment away from sovereign bonds. We're not invested in any sovereign bonds, not even the US or elsewhere, and rather choosing the emerging markets or the credit markets. So we would be investing in the emerging markets where the balance sheets are in fact very strong now, because they never had the debt problems on the back of the Asian crisis some time ago. So I'm thinking of countries like Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, and Singapore. I mean, these are nations with very strong balance sheets, with very little debt, and who are paying still very decent yields on the debt, on their borrowings. And in addition to that, we're also looking very much at the US high yield market, which is an area that has still got attractive yields, with again strong businesses that are actually coming out of this current economic downturn rather more quickly than many other companies in Europe, certainly.
Egon, thank you very much for coming into the studio.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to be here.
So there we have it, Egon Vorfeld from the Forum Finance Group on the role of independent asset managers in the marketplace. Now stay tuned to Dukas Copy TV for more press reviews, exclusive interviews and Forex updates. But for now, goodbye.